Greetings, my dear students. Here in this session, we are discussing about 5 fundamental concepts or theories in managerial economics. The first one is principle of opportunity cost. As we already discussed in the definitions of economics, we have a number of opportunities and the resource are scarce. We won't be able to take all of our needs or opportunities. So we are forced to select one or two alternatives among various alternatives. While selecting one alternative due to the scarcity, we will sacrifice the other opportunities. The opportunity cost of anything is the cost of the next best alternative which is given up. This is also called alternative cost or transfer cost. The second principle is principle of incrementalism. Two important incremental concepts used in managerial economics are incremental cost and incremental revenue. Incremental cost is a change in total cost resulting from a decision. Means it is the change in total cost as a result of change in the level of output. Output means quantity of production, investment, etc. If the production or investment increase, there will be increase in the cost. That increase or change in cost is known as incremental cost. Incremental revenue means the change in total revenue resulting from a decision. It is the change in total revenue resulting from a change in the level of output, price, etc. If the price increase, total revenue or profit also will increase. This increase or change in revenue is known as incremental revenue. Then the third principle is principle of time perspective. Time plays a decisive role in economic theory, particularly in pricing. Marshall conceived 4 market forms based on time: very short period, long period, and secular period. A short-run cost and revenue and a long-run cost and revenue will be different. For example, if there is a massive increase in demand, sometimes we won't be able to meet that demand with minimum cost in a short-run situation. But in a long period, we are getting enough time to change our technology or to take any other measures to increase our production in a minimal cost. So the cost will be minimum and profit or revenue will be maximum. So while taking a decision, we should study the short run and long run effects on cost and revenue. The next principle is principle of discounting. You just have a look on this gold price sovereign in Kerala. In 2002, it was only 4,990. But in 2nd December 2020, the gold price per sovereign is 35,928. This means that the value of the amount rupees 36,000 today is almost equal to rupees 5,000 in 2002. The core of discounting principle is that a rupee in hand today is worth more than a rupee to be received tomorrow. This means that the value of money depreciates with time. The discounting principle is very useful in capital budgeting decisions. If you are investing in a security and can earn a sum of rupees in the future, we have to calculate its present value because of 2 reasons. First one is future involves risk and uncertainties like inflation. Inflation refers to the rise in the price of goods and services and it reduces the purchasing power. And the second reason is that to wait for a future means we are sacrificing the present use of that amount for future return. And the process of determining the present value of money is known as discounting. And discounting, the principle of discounting is very useful in capital budgeting decisions. Means principle of discounting is helpful in taking investment decision by analyzing the profitability of the different projects. And the last principle is principle of Equi-marginal principle. Marginal utility is the utility derived from the additional unit of a commodity consumed. The law of equi-marginal utility states that a consumer will reach the stage of equilibrium when the marginal utilities of various commodities he consumes are equal. Equi-marginal principle states that the consumer will choose a combination of goods to maximize their total utility. This will occur where marginal utility of a commodity A divided by price of that commodity A equal to marginal utility of a commodity B divided by its price. The Equi-marginal principle is based on the law of diminishing marginal utility. Law of diminishing marginal utility means if we are consuming more and more unit of a particular commodity, our utility or satisfaction will be reduced. And suppose a man purchases two goods X and Y whose price are rupees 4 and rupees 5 respectively. In this table, we have shown marginal utility schedule of X and Y from different units consumed. Let's also understand that here the marginal utility of X is 40 when first unit is consumed, then it is decreased to 36, then when third unit is consumed, it is decreased to 32, and then it reduced to 28, then it is reduced to 24, and then it is reduced to 20. Likewise, marginal utility of Y is reduced from 55 to 5. Okay, so now we need to divide these marginal utilities by its prices. The price of the price of the commodity X is rupees 4 and the price of the commodity Y is rupees 5 respectively. So by dividing 40 divided by 4, we will get 10. 36 divided by 4, we will get 9. Likewise, we have got all these amounts. Marginal utility of X divided by price of X is equal to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and marginal utility of Y divided by price of Y is equal to 11, 10, 6, 4, 3, 1. Okay, now we need to understand, we need to take a decision by analyzing the situation. Here, marginal utility of X divided by Px and marginal utility of Y divided by Py are equal to 6 when 5 units of X and 3 units of Y are purchased. By purchasing these combination of X and Y, the consumer spends his entire amount of rupees 35. That means 4 into 5, 20, and rupees 5 into 3, 15. Then he is spending 35 rupees for this X and Y products. He is purchasing 5 units of X and 3 units of Y, where the MUX divided by PX and MUY divided by PY are equal to 6. Now he will get maximum satisfaction. That is 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 11 plus 10 plus 6. That's equal to 67. Purchase of any other combination other than this involves lower volume of satisfaction. In this case, consumer is in equilibrium when buying 5 units of X and 3 units of Y. The equi-marginal principle can be helpful for a consumer to allocate his income for different uses, and in the case of a producer, it can be applied to allocate capital resources, research expenditure, etc. So these are all about different principles or fundamental concepts or theories of managerial economics. Thank you.